I'm Miniature Painter Al, and today I bring you another video. Now, coming home from my usual day, I got a hold of a package. Quite a hefty one. Now, I ordered this box a little while ago, so shipment was delayed a fair bit. So I'm late to this, unfortunately. Which does make this a bit less inspiring since a lot of people have already seen it. But I'm sure I can make do, since I've got my hands on a copy of the Space Wolves Army set, my second big box of Warhammer 40k. My first being none other than the Leviathan, which is actually the exact same size. So I have high hopes for this box and what's inside. I'm also very excited for specifically one model in particular, the Wolf Priest, which I hope they make a separate model to purchase at a later date, because that would be such a nice model to have. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start opening this box. Let's go. Starting this kit bash, well, I don't really kit bash anything today. I decided to, I managed to get my hands on the Space Marine Army box set. Starting this off, I've realised that we have 38 miniatures, I remember I counted, or something along those lines. So there is a lot of miniatures here. So I'm going to start this off simple and easy. Though I did notice that this torso shares a very odd similarity towards this torso I made almost, I think, over a year ago. But other than that, it is a very nice box. I love the looks of these models, and so I decided to start with something simple. The Wolf Guard, or the three Blade Guards, sort of Blade Guards of the Fafnir Wolves. I believe they're called Wolf Guards. I am terrible with army lists, so don't crucify me for this. And then I'll save the Wolf Priest, which is my absolute favourite model, to the absolute end for its kit bash and conversion rate. So let's get into this. What this box set has is, again, 38 miniatures. It's a lot of miniatures, and this glorious box, box art in it. Like that there looks like an amazing backdrop. The only issue is it's got those holes in it, so it does make it a bit of a can't do. But other than that, it is a glorious box, and the book and cards that come with it, like this little file thing to hold all your book and everything in it, is just amazing. I love it. Don't need the instructions, that can bugger off. But these cards, like the card little box here with the I believe it's Logan Grimbra. I can never remember last names. I'm pretty sure it's Logan, the chapter master. If I'm wrong, I do apologise. I'm pretty sure that character there is Logan. I'm not too sure, but I do love the look of this book and everything about it. So I definitely will be giving that a read. Now, starting this sort of conversion sort of a way, I build up one of the models just to get an idea of what I'm working with. I start with what I believed at the time, the Sergeant. I was wrong, it was just one of the side dudes, but that's perfectly fine. Starting with him, I get working, slowly building him up, realizing that this leg joint is very, very, odd. I guess that's the best way to put it. Very odd. But that's okay. I get to work building this model. Simple as that. Though my only change is that it has a sword option, but only for the left hand, which also holds a shield. Now, I love the power axes. They look amazing. But I didn't feel like it was a very cohesive look for my army. So, all I did was swap the sword with the axe. No, the axe for the sword, that's it. By using simple methods of pinning everything together and going with that. But here I start assembly. I was very confused with this like massive gap in his torso before I realized how this thing put together. And yes, I am not using instructions because I horrid with instructions. I give up on them. Though I used to use instructions a lot, as I've moved more into the kit bashing, I've given up on instructions. I just build the model how I see it. If it don't work, it's gotta find some bits in there somewhere. Though usually I build one model from a sprue, especially these like multiple, like these 10-man unit sprues. It tends to just be easier and better for you to just go build one, find out which things get which, and then work from there. Though with these Wolfguard, I love the like cape of like why am I struggling to find words now? The fur cloak of like, say it's been a skinned animal, that's it, that's what I was going for. Which work really well for my Glidor, or my Glidor, how you want to pronounce it, world, as it is known for having massive beasts that can feed an entire legion. Which is what my chapter is most known for. Their craft of weapons and their food. As the Imperium always needs more food, Glidor has huge amounts of these beasts. The only difference is, only the Snow Wolves are allowed to hunt, as it is a ritualistic thing for their culture, for their chapter, as you cannot become a Space Marine, full-blooded Space Marine, without slaying one of these beasts alone, or taming a Fafnir wolf. Which, again, either of them is not an easy task for anyone. But again, one of these large beasts can feed an entire legion of soldiers. So they are quite well used, considering they feed the entire chapter in the great dining halls, as well as feed the natives of the world. And anything that is left over is canned or processed and shipped off to the other worlds for canning and processing, as Glidor is a ice world, or a storm world, complete in a constant snowstorm. My stutter would calm down. In a constant snowstorm with a constantly moving eye of the storm, which, if by any means, is the only safe place to actually land and take off on Glidor. Anywhere else, it is pretty much a death wish to do. Unless you have a Glidorian navigation system, which a lot of the Snow Wolves ships do, and their battle barges as well have. This device allows the ship to safely go on autopilot that can actually withstand the storm itself. It is a very unique tool, and that it's not utilized a lot because a lot of worlds aren't storm worlds. So it's only really located on Glidor, or on the Snow Wolves ships. As you can see here, pinning on this sword was quite easy, though I messed around with it a bit, so it didn't quite sit just right, but it worked out good enough. Also, if anyone has any great tips on removing these sprue tabs on the damn power pack that isn't involving scraping it away until it's pretty much flat, because I can never get the curve right, please let me know. Because it's a nightmare and I'm getting sick and tired of it. I also added a dab of thin cement, just to make sure this sword sits in nicely and works out well. With this being wasn't my captain, but is one of the leading members of these three, I attach him to a base. I still have no idea how I'm going to base it, so I'm going to leave the base fairly empty and sort of work on that at the end. Taking these three bases, I get to work. I glue this Marine to the model, to the base, I mean, and with a little editing magic, I should be able to get all 3 of them done, and like, simply like that. Now with all 3, I start with heads. I like these little extra deep, these specialized helmets with the like, always forget the name of that little tab in the middle of it, and this bare face one because I thought it looked pretty cool and it worked well for these models. Though I do miss, if anyone remembers, the Firstborn Space Wolf upgrade sprue, it had a wolf helmet for the Sergeant. I absolutely adore that helmet. Unfortunately, it's technically discontinued. So, if you see any on my channel, it's because I've made clones of it from the ones I do have. Are they perfect? No. Are they good enough? Sort of. And hopefully down the line I can get someone or sort of work out a deal to get mine 3D printed and get some actually really nice helmets. But that can be discussed at a later date. Now building these Fafnir wolves, I believe they are. I believe they're the giant wolves. I always forget. I'm pretty sure they're Fafnir wolves. If I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments. Assembling these models was kind of easy once I actually got the instructions out to actually realize what the hell I was doing. But once I had an idea of what I was doing, I flew by with this. As they are very nicely detailed models, though the sort of like gaps in them are kind of unsightly until you put a coat of paint and a wash on it. Then the wash kind of makes the gaps disappear. Now for these wolves, I decided to go for 3 different color schemes. A white alpha, a sort of light brown, and a warm brown. As these are sort of resembling of the white wolf being the leader and the best hunter because it's more easily hidden in the snow, but it also adds a little extra lore. A few years ago when I started this channel, I made my chapter master for the Snow Wolves. He's very outdated now, but I'd love to go back and revisit him and redo him in a more updated skill, with my updated skills. So if you'd like to see that, leave a like down below and leave a comment what I should actually change about my original chapter master. But it also allows me to come up with this great idea to buy a separate Fafnir wolf and to attach that to his base, as the chapter master of my Snow Wolves is codenamed the Big Bad Wolf, or by some that actually fear him, the Black Wolf of the Snow Wolves. Now, here are the final models. I know the middle one's not easily seen, but it is the one with the helmetless head. I love the look of these models, and I hope you do too. Let's get into painting them after this little reveal.
Citadel Base, Dryad Bar.
Model color, white glaze. Model color, white glaze.
Army painter, matte black.
Model color, white glaze.
Citadel Base, Dryad Bark.
Citadel's contrast. Space Wolf's grave. Citadel Base, led Belcher.
Game color.
Glorious Gold.
Citadel contrast. Frost Heart.
Army painter, tan flesh.
Citadel contrast. Frost Heart.
Citadel Contrast.
Striking scorpion green.
Citadel Shade. Agrath Earth Shade.
Army Painter Fur Brow. Army Painter Fur Brow.
Citadel Base. Dryad Bark.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. I hope you guys have enjoyed my Blade Guard, or my Wolf Guard. I don't exactly know what they are. That's okay though. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with the way that he's turned out. I am very bright. I don't like this. Yeah, you working with a different light here, so it's not as nice as I'd like it to be. But I'm very happy with the way these come out, especially this captain here. Again, I'm really sorry about how late this kind of video has come out, because I literally only got it this month, like Monday this week. So I've literally been given less than a week to do anything. But I will say this, I am already working on another miniature. It's a character. Done a little bit of work on him. Other than that, can't tell you too much. I'm going to try and make this a 3 parts of a series, like a micro series of like 3 parts. This being the first, this character being second, and third, maybe even fourth, because I do want to do the Wolf Priest, as he is my favourite looking model. I have some ideas for him, but I'm going to iron them out. Other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoy. Happy to see you in the next one. Bye.